Thanks for joining me on another lending series. Today's lender is Mr. Michael Stewart. He's with Nexa Mortgage. It's a newer mortgage company that's out there, a brokerage that's out there. They have a lot of the same back-end wholesale mortgage type companies they work with. The one thing that I like about Nexa Mortgage is that they do have a lot of off-the-cuff kind of lending products that help investors, things that traditional lenders might not have. They have a lot of out-of-the-box products. So again, I'm going to bring in Michael Stewart. And let's see what we got. Hey, good morning, sir. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Another beautiful day here.
Always.
Hey, man, I was telling him the one thing I like about Nexa is that you guys seem to have a lot of out-of-the-box products, and it's not it fits a lot of different scenarios that traditional mortgage really can't handle. So with that, I want to introduce you, Nexa Mortgage, and let's start there.
Yes, sir. So Nex has been around for a few years now. We are one of the largest brokerages. We have the most lenders, most products. So we're definitely growing and evolving every day.
Right on. And a little about you. Do you live down where do you actually live at?
So now I live in Reading, Pennsylvania, where my family's from. I had to come back to help out a little bit, but originally, last 8 years when I started mortgages, I was in the city of Pittsburgh and Manchester.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I kind of went outside the city a little bit myself here. So, hey,
Definitely.
and then the second question I always ask, or let's hear what you got, man. I want to hear about your products or anything that you want to highlight that people out there might not know about.
So I think one of the biggest things is that we're a one-stop shop. It doesn't matter if you're a client, investor, business owner, or realtor. Normally, if somebody gets denied from a bank or other lender, it's the realtor that is shopping other lenders and finding the product. So one thing about working with Nexa is if we can't do it, it's probably a 99% chance that nobody else is going to, unless they're somebody's rich uncle that just forks out the money. But as far as products, I mean, you take your pick. If we're doing FHA down to 500, we could do manual underwrites, conventional 1% down, 100% on FHA, 100% on conventional, rehab loans, commercial nationwide, investor DSCR loans nationwide,
Uh,
in DC and Puerto Rico too. So
about everything, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. And I know the other side of mortgage is always having that experience, that customer service feel. And I know you're always good about being on the media all the time and bugging people. I don't say bugging people, but I appreciate that instead of not hearing from anybody at all, right?
I like
Um,
to call it persistently annoying.
I like that because I'm about that. Stay squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's my
All day.
always my thought philosophy. Hey, and then my third question is, what makes you unique, man? What makes you better than the next guy next to you, right?
You just
Or gal, or woman next to you.
you said it. I like to pride myself in picking up the phone if I'm not available. Probably because I am on the phone. I have a quick return call policy that I hold myself accountable to. But I think that's I don't like if somebody gets bad news like from an underwriter or something, that's not something I like to hide. I like to, bring it out with a solution. So normally if there's, we just had a deal where a lady had to rent out her house before moving instead of doing a bridge loan. It was a lot less expensive having her rent it out. And it's just sometimes we get clients where there's not the whole story up front, and once we dive a little bit deeper, we have to make some tough calls. And sometimes a loan officer will hide the bad news until it's too late. And being
No,
forthcoming
nobody likes giving bad
forward.
news, but it's definitely nice if you can provide. But here's the solution, right?
Correct.
That's always tough. So, anyways, hey man, I appreciate the talk with you. We're gonna have your information on the bottom of the screen. If anybody wants to get a hold of you, they can reach out, and we'll have the link and everything in there. So, again, this is Michael Stewart with Nexa. If you guys have any questions on your loan needs, mortgage, feel free to reach out to me or him, and we'll get you guys in touch.
All right. Thank you very much.
Later, buddy.
Take care, Sadler.